Almost 10,000 disabled Scots are on housing waiting lists, and more than 60,000 could be waiting for their current home to be adapted. That's according to the Equality and Human Rights Commission in Scotland. The Scottish Government says it's already taking action to ensure everyone has access to a home of the right size, in the right location, or flexible enough to suit any requirements. Aileen Clark reports.
Jack Russell-Max does his best to keep this family's spirits up. But with Lorraine having a number of mobility issues and eye problems linked to diabetes, and Stuart being diagnosed with motor neuron disease, life in this rented flat is tough.
Well, you can see here we've got the bath with a shower over it. There's no way that Stuart can get into it because he's not got the control of his muscles to be able to get himself in. So if we're needing Stuart to have a shower, we need to go up to my mum and dad's house.
Lorraine is worried about the damp too, as the oldest of their two daughters has cystic fibrosis. And despite being on housing waiting lists for years, they still haven't been moved to a more suitable home, and they're feeling increasingly desperate.
They gave Stuart 2.5 years to live, and that was 10 months ago. And I feel just now that we should be able to relax and be making memories and doing things for Stuart and for the girls. And as horrendous as it sounds, Stuart can't even die in peace because he's constantly worrying about this. He's constantly worrying, what if he goes before the time that they've said? When am I going to stay with the girls, you know?
This photograph was taken just 8 years ago. Lorraine has had many operations since then, and up until a year ago, Stuart was working as a mechanical fitter. He was diagnosed with motor neuron disease in July.
Yeah.
But you're clearly worried about Lorraine and your daughters. And that's upsetting for you.
Yeah.
About the future. Mr and Mrs Morris are just one of around 10,000 disabled families on Scotland's housing list, according to a latest report.
Well, the first problem is that councils simply don't have the right information about disabled people's needs. The second big issue is that there simply aren't enough accessible houses being built. We're calling for a 10% quota on all new houses. Our own research suggests that there's 17,000 disabled wheelchair users in Scotland poorly housed.
This is the shower room. The chairs get plenty of room to come in.
The Scottish Government say they'll issue guidance to councils on targets for wheelchair accessible houses. Here in Glasgow, the council has set their own targets, and this widow is happy to show around the head of housing to explain what a difference this specially designed house made to her late husband in his last few years.
And when we got this, it was a new lease of life to me and my husband. It was completely different altogether. We were really happy at the end. We were really, really happy. I love this house, I love it. So did he.
Back in Helensburgh, the Morris family can only hope for such a move. Their local housing association say they're continuing to work with them, but have offered them one ground floor flat. The family turned it down. The Morrises say they're open to most places, though, all around the Helensburgh area, and their families are willing to help adapt somewhere even. Aileen Clark, reporting Scotland.